Hindsight 2021 for the third week of July. I'm Damian Muziani, and here's your news. Leading off, the first inside-the-bubble cases of COVID-19 have been reported at the 2020 Olympic Village in Tokyo, setting the stage for unique challenges facing champion athletes in competition. They now must beat their rivals and the Grim Reaper at the same time. Over 45 cases of COVID have been already identified in people connected to the Games, and with opening ceremonies kicking off on Friday, this may as well be called Survivor, the Olympic edition. Not to mention that this will also be the first ever Olympics without in-person spectators allowed, which really takes the home team advantage out of the equation. But are the Japanese really home? In a faux pas for the ages, International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach spoke to the press last week and actually referred to the people of Japan as Chinese. That's like Joe Biden saying, "my fellow Canadians." It makes no sense. And we've never even fought with Canada. China and Japan have a Hatfield-McCoy thing going back 130 years. Hey, way to stir shit up, Tom. You just vomited out an Asian hate Molotov cocktail and then lit a match. Thomas Bach then went on to rave about the delicious food found in Japan, like General Tso chicken and fortune cookies. The pressure on Bach to continue forward with the Games must be great, even though protests have sprung up all over Japan, a country that is only 20% vaccinated against COVID-19. An Ipsos Global Advisor poll found that 78% of Japanese want the Olympics canceled because the risk of COVID spread is very high. Higher than Michael Phelps ever got, for sure. But we digress. So why doesn't the IOC just cancel the Olympics? Here's why. Because of Australia. That's right. Brisbane will lose its lock to host the 2032 Summer Olympics if we shut it down in Tokyo. So whoever is the president of the Australian Olympic Committee could lose a fortune in revenue, kickback contracts, bribes, you know, that old chestnut. Which means the IOC president has to step in to be the voice of reason. Unless, of course, the AOC president and the IOC president are the same damn guy. She was my sister. She was my daughter. She was my sister and my daughter. You know who that is. It's Thomas Bach again. He doesn't seem to mind if COVID destroys the Olympics. He just needs to get past the opening ceremonies to cash in a fortune for the next 11 years. Hey, Olympics, the calls are coming from inside the house. It's enough to make you want to run away. Like this athlete did. Ugandan Julius Sikateletko failed to qualify for the Olympics last week, but refused to go home, so he went AWOL and left a note basically saying that Uganda sucks and he intends to find a job in Tokyo. Sikateletko was about to speak to the press, but he was interrupted by IOC President Thomas Bach, who stepped forward, gripped his shoulder, and said, "Forget it, Julius. It's Chinatown." And that's your news. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with Fresh Hindsight.